Hello and welcome to the football world. You're watching the Football Current, powered by pure football energy.
Before the break, Xabi Alonso has been sacked by Real Madrid following their Spanish Super Cup defeat to Barcelona last night. Alonso,
Stop everything. This is not a drill. Xabi Alonso is out at Real Madrid. Yes, sacked. And European football just hit the eject button on another so-called perfect project. 1 minute, he's the smartest young manager in the game. The next minute, gone. This is Real Madrid, where patience does not exist, where excuses get shredded, and where even legends get treated like interns. Sources point to tension, results, control, power, and when those collide at Madrid, the manager always loses. For American fans, understand this clearly. This isn't soccer drama. This is corporate-level pressure with trophies as the currency. Xabi Alonso didn't fail slowly. He failed instantly, because at Real Madrid you don't build. You don't grow. You win immediately or you're fired. Message sent. Loud and ruthless. Football doesn't usually announce revenge. It doesn't schedule it, promote it, or tease it days in advance. But sometimes, a night arrives where everything unfinished, everything remembered, and everything felt comes crashing together at once. This was one of those nights. Under the lights, with history watching and pressure suffocating every touch, Barcelona didn't just face Real Madrid again. They confronted months of resentment, disrespect, and doubt. This was not a normal final. This was a reckoning. And from the first whistle, it felt inevitable that something unforgettable was about to unfold. Because when a team reaches this level of clarity, this level of belief, results stop being coincidences. They become statements. Hansi Flick, calm on the bench, knew it. The players knew it. And by the end of the night in Jeddah, the entire football world knew it too. This was not about a trophy. This was about dominance, identity, and power shifting right in front of our eyes. To understand how this moment arrived, you have to go back to the noise that never came. While Real Madrid lived inside constant chaos, rumors, pressure, drama, and endless questions, Barcelona moved in silence. No soap opera, no daily headlines about internal collapse. Just structure, just work, just progression. And at the center of it all stood Hansi Flick, a manager whose reputation in finals has become almost mythical. 8 finals, 8 victories, no fear, no hesitation, only control. This Super Cup final was supposed to be different. Real Madrid had their stars. They had their moments. They had the narrative of resilience. And they had Kylian Mbappe returning to the squad after missing the semi-final, fit again, ready to change everything. Or so it was supposed to go. But football has a way of exposing illusions when faced with coherence. And what Barcelona brought to the pitch was coherence at its highest level. From the opening minutes, the contrast was impossible to ignore. Barcelona pressed high, moved as one unit and suffocated space. Real Madrid retreated, absorbing pressure, waiting for transition moments. It was patient, almost conservative. And for a while it worked. But the longer the match went on, the clearer the imbalance became. This wasn't just a clash of rivals. It was a clash of ideas. When Rafinha opened the scoring, it felt deserved but dangerous. Because goals against Real Madrid never bring peace. They bring response. And the response came through the only Madrid player who truly showed up on the night. Vinicius Jr. Isolated on the left, relentless in movement, he carried Madrid's threat almost single-handedly. When he drove into the box and scored the equalizer, exploiting poor defending from Jules Koundé, the match changed its emotional temperature instantly. Now it wasn't just about football, it was about survival. But what separated this Barcelona from versions of the past was what happened next. There was no panic, no collapse, no loss of shape. Instead, there was responsibility. Pedri, gliding between lines, delivered a moment of pure intelligence with a perfectly weighted assist. Robert Lewandowski, calm and ruthless, finished with the authority of a legend. Barcelona were ahead again, not through chaos, but through quality. Even when Real Madrid equalized once more with a goal that felt almost accidental, lacking structure or build-up, Barcelona didn't unravel. They adapted. They matured inside the match. Risk increased, yes, but so did leadership. This is where Hansi Flick's imprint became undeniable. The team began to play with urgency and composure at the same time, a balance that only elite sides can find. In the second half, Barcelona took control of midfield completely. Lamine Yamal, fearless and electric, tormented every defender sent his way. Dani Carvajal, Asensio, no one could contain him. Every touch felt personal. Every dribble felt intentional. Thibaut Courtois kept Madrid alive with a strong save from distance. But resistance only delays the inevitable. The decisive moment arrived through the player who symbolized everything about this Barcelona resurgence. Rafinha, after relentless pressing, intelligent positioning, and tireless movement, his shot, deflected but deserved, found the net to make it 3-2. It wasn't just a goal. It was a reward for commitment, for sacrifice, for leadership. What followed was chaos disguised as control. Kylian Mbappe's introduction changed very little on the pitch, but it changed everything emotionally. Frustration grew, fouls intensified, Frenkie de Jong was sent off, and suddenly Barcelona were defending a one-goal lead with 10 men against their greatest rival. This is where finals are truly decided. The last minutes were brutal. Real Madrid pushed. Barcelona dropped deep. Every clearance felt like relief. Every whistle felt delayed. Joan Garcia, extraordinary on the night, produced 2 crucial saves that preserved the lead. Calm under fire, fearless in decision-making, he looked every bit the goalkeeper of Barcelona's future. And then came the moment that overshadowed everything else. The final whistle, defeat, and reaction. Cameras caught Kylian Mbappe, visibly furious, leading his teammates away before protocol could be respected. No guard of honor, no acknowledgement, just anger. When Asensio attempted to move toward the customary respect line, he was stopped, scolded, and pulled away. An image that spread instantly across social media, igniting controversy and debate. For Barcelona fans, it confirmed something they already felt. This victory meant more. It wasn't just a Super Cup. It was payback. Because weeks earlier, at the Bernabeu, Lamine Yamal had been subjected to hostility that lingered deep within the dressing room. That memory wasn't forgotten. It was saved. Even before kickoff, the message was clear. Lamine Yamal updated his Instagram profile with an image of himself as a samurai, sword in hand. Not provocation, promise. And on the pitch, he delivered. Unplayable, unpredictable, fearless. He played like someone settling a personal score. Behind the scenes, reports confirmed what the performance already showed. This match was treated like a final within a final. Every duel mattered. Every sprint carried meaning. The players dedicated the victory to Ronald Araujo, reinforcing a sense of unity that defines this team. Pedri, awarded Best Assist, revealed that the pre-match speech moved the squad deeply. They stepped onto the pitch ready to fight. Not just for silverware, but for identity. Statistically, the dominance was clear. 71% possession. Complete territorial control.
Real Madrid ralia on moments.
Barcelona relied on structure. Even refereeing controversies, questionable yellow cards, and minimal stoppage time couldn't change the outcome. This team refused to break. And when the celebrations finally came, they felt earned. Hansi Flick, now 4 trophies into his Barcelona tenure, continues to defy logic. A manager who simply does not lose finals. A system that improves players. A culture that demands effort on and off the ball. Rafinha, sliding into tackles as eagerly as he attacks space, embodies everything Flick values. Pressing from the front. Leading by example. Defending as a winger. Attacking like a leader. This wasn't perfection, but it was authority. Barcelona didn't just win in Jeddah. They reminded their greatest rival who they are. They reminded Europe that they are back. Calm, ruthless, united, and evolving at frightening speed. So the question now isn't whether Real Madrid had moments. It's whether anyone in Europe is truly ready for this version of Barcelona. Because if this is only the beginning, the rest of the season may belong to them. What do you think? Is this the strongest Barcelona we've seen in years? And can anyone stop them on the biggest stage? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.